You stupid little slut. I warned you, Latham. I warned you! Now you will try that again and I will you? Oh. God damn you, Latham! You made me lose my temper! God. What happened to her? Oh, help me get her out. You're not going anywhere, Latham, until you tell me what's going on around here. Answer me, you bitch.
Ain't you worked it out yet? As far as we're concerned, you're dead. Your history, lady. She told me you was I know.
You'll never learn, will you? Oh, I'll get it. Staff room. Here. It's for you, it's your husband.
Tell him I already left.
She said to tell you she's not here.
Really? What did you do that for?
The department has a right to know what's going on.
Not in my personal life, it doesn't, and neither do you. You're hardly a fit person to decide what is or is not proper.
In my experience, Governor, relationships between staff members have a bad effect on discipline.
What happened between Dr. Edmonds and myself had nothing whatsoever to do with the way we conducted our duties here. And it was none of your business.
Whatever you say, Governor.
In future, I suggest you confine your duties to matters that concern you.
Will that be all?
Yes.
By the way, Governor, since you've been receiving information, I think there's something you should know. Well, none of us can be sure how you'll get on tomorrow, but just in case, I have already prepared my application for the position of Governor.
I'd much rather you didn't come to our wedding.
Well, thank you very much. You see, that saves me the trouble of cancelling. Because, frankly, I've got far better things to do with my time than watch you getting hitched to some shonky little cook.
No one could deny that you are a competent officer of the old school, but I am achieving reforms in this prison, and they can only succeed if I have the cooperation of all my staff.
Save your speeches. Sick of them and I'm sick of you.
The feeling is mutual.
No, sorry, Chris.
Look, I'm not going to eat on my own. Oh, looks like I'll have to ask Big Joan to keep me company.
God, Chris, just leave me alone, will you?
Look, we're going to talk over dinner or we're going to talk in the car?
All right, meet me at the flat.
Can't sleep, young. Still, I suppose it's understandable. Must be a worrying time for you. But then you're lucky you've got Mrs. Powell here to look after you.
What do you mean?
Oh, housekeepers. Meeting your husband after work.
When?
Didn't you know? I saw him during my dinner break. Oh, your husband looked real good, too. All dressed up. Going out for dinner by the looks of it.
You're lying.
Oh, now, don't get upset, young. I'm sure they'll be thinking of you. In fact, I'll bet Mrs. Powell brings you in a doggy bag in the morning.
What the hell do you think you're up to?
Just having my coffee break. Why, something gone wrong?
Oh, cut it out. You know damn well what I mean. Janice Young.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Oh, yeah, that's right. She gets out the day after tomorrow, doesn't she? Too bad. Still, you had a little time together, I suppose.
Listen, what happens outside of this prison is none of your business. And I wouldn't start causing trouble if I were you, if you don't know the facts.
Oh, but I saw the facts. So don't preach to me, Mrs. Powell.
You think you saw the facts, and as usual, you are wrong.
Why are you so upset?
Because I want to know why you did it.
Well, I happen to think that the women have a hard enough time in here as it is without their husbands playing up on the outside.
Oh, God. Concern for the prisoners now, is it?
That'll do. Besides, if I wanted to keep it a secret, I'd hardly meet him in broad daylight at the front gates.
And I wouldn't go around telling tales if I was as eager as you to have officer solidarity.
Oh, but I'm not. Not anymore. That sort of thing's too one-sided in here.
It's a warning. Keep away from Janice Young.
Or what? You'll tell the governor? Oh, that should be very interesting.
I don't appreciate having my private life aired to Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh, so that's it. Mrs. Powell, anything I said to the governor about you was to do with your professional life. If you insist on mixing the two, then I'm afraid you have to cop the consequences.
Well, there was no need to inform on a fellow officer.
Oh, I am sorry. I keep forgetting how close we all are.
Oh, I'd like to remind the bitch with a sledgehammer.
Funny how some people crumble under a bit of pressure.
If I were you, Miss Ferguson, I'd keep my personal thoughts to myself. Unless, of course, you do want to repeat them to Mrs. Reynolds. A governor's court. Just you, Donovan, and myself. I hear the evidence, then pass sentence.
That's ridiculous. The VJ should do it.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson. I'm calling the shots.
God, this is nothing but a farce.
Are you querying the governor's decision, Miss Ferguson?
Hit and run, just down the road from the prison yesterday. Some old drunk copped it.
What?
Yeah, see? Couldn't be what, Mrs. Powell? Couldn't be the same man you knocked down yesterday? Afraid it is. This report on Donovan. That is what you wanted to see me about, isn't it? She's fully recovered now. And like I said, some things are best forgotten.
Your puerile attempt at blackmail won't work. I'll be going to the police myself.
Well, then why would Mrs. Powell call on you to corroborate her account of the accident?
Well, she must have misunderstood me. I didn't see the accident at all.
Sorry I wasted your time, Miss Ferguson.
That's all right, Mrs. Powell. Just wish I could have been of more help.
Yes, the department's accepted the withdrawal of your resignation. Come in and have a chat about it.
That is good news. Thank you, Governor.
Bloody hell, eh? Well, you've managed to fool her, but not me.
Oh, that's a pity, Mrs. Powell. You are the deputy, and I'd like to think that I had your support too.
So do you play acting for Mrs. Reynolds? She's obviously more gullible than I am. Because you are the most deceitful, overbearing officer I've ever come across. You don't give a damn about these women or anybody, and you show it with every move you make.
Well, it certainly took you a long time to get that off your chest, didn't it?
Under a cloud. I was thinking of you.
Oh, I see. An old and trusted friend just wanting to clear the air, is that it?
Oh, how dare you?
You always did get excited easily, didn't you? Europe should suit you. Oh, and good luck. Let's just say that I don't let the women get away with murder.
No, you don't have to reassure us of your strong-arm tactics. We've had quite enough evidence of those in the past.
I doubt that you would have been game to make that sort of accusation if you weren't opting out.
Under the circumstances, I don't think it'd be wise to incite the women further.
Under the circumstances, it wouldn't be wise to incite me further. Please see my instructions are carried out immediately.
Damn you.
I have seen you sucking your way around this prison till it's made my stomach turn.
I beg your pardon.
So it worked, but you won't be able to keep it up. It takes more than crawling to hold that job.
Have you quite finished?
I am not through with you or a lot of other people in this place yet. Not by a long shot.
What's wrong with keeping her in solitary?
And what's wrong with obeying orders, Morris?
Now, what is it, Joan? Are you frightened she'll retract her story and Anne will be cleared?
You're not going to get away with that, Morris.
And you won't either. Unless you do something about it, Joan, we'll see to it that something does happen.
You haven't got a leg to stand on. Now, if you stir up any trouble, I will come down so hard on the both of you, you'll ricochet out of the service. Now, get out of here.
Gladly.
So, it's only your word against the prisoners. Am I correct, Miss Ferguson?
Yes, but
A
considering...
simple yes is enough, thank you.
The accused has been nothing but trouble since she came to Wentworth. Racketeering, escape attempts, and brutality to other inmates.
Your Honour, I must insist that be struck from the record.
Members of the jury, disregard the witness's last statement. Miss Ferguson, please confine your answers to the questions asked.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Honour.
Miss Ferguson, could you explain why you have been in continual trouble, not only with your own department, but also with the police?
Objection. The witness is not on trial here.
It's relevant to our case, Your Honour. Considering this witness's testimony is all my learned friend here has to prove his case, then I consider the credibility of that testimony should be examined.
Overruled. Go on, Mr. Morse.
Miss Ferguson, is it a fact that you were charged with bashing a prisoner so badly that she was put in intensive care? And it's not the first time you've been under suspicion for brutality towards prisoners, is it, Miss Ferguson?
Sorry.
Objection, Your Honour. Counsel is badgering the witness.
Overruled. Answer the question, Miss Ferguson.
Well, Miss Ferguson, you deny the charges laid against you by the Bank.
No, of course not. Surely counsel is aware that I was cleared of that charge.
Ah, yes, but that was your word against the prisoners. Again, wasn't it?
For heaven's sake. False accusations and blackmail are just part of the job when you deal with the criminal element. I'm surprised you even raised that matter, considering your line of work.
She's lying. The bitch is lying. She nearly killed Ken and she threatened to do the same to me.
Now, in order to have things run smoothly, I want a little bit more time off, and I also want to sell for myself. You're in a position to arrange it, so I suggest you pull your weight and organise it.
Is that all?
For the moment.
That was just to let you know who calls the shots around here.
Get in here.
Shut up, Stevens. I want answers. Now, last night some thugs broke into my house, drugged me and killed my dog. I want to know who they were.
If it wasn't me, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it was all tied up with the blackmailing business, wasn't it? And you certainly know all about that. Now get back to work and send Hewitt to me.
And what am I going to tell her?
With your mind, I'm sure you'll think of something. Now, you get her here in 5 minutes. Right? Now, move!
Where's my cut for the day, Warren?
Didn't run anything this morning, Miss Ferguson.
Your cash flow had better start improving, because scum like you are not indispensable.
Yeah, it's a bit of rough stuff for the young uns, eh?
What?
Make yourself scarce, Warren.
How dare you undermine an officer? That's totally unprofessional.
I just found out about you, Ferguson. You want to know something? I didn't like what I heard. I wouldn't put a dyke in charge of an outhouse, let alone a prison. Your days of running this place are over. What's going on here?
Not my fault, Mr. Murphy. Miss Ferguson was making me run a book.
That's rubbish, Warren. I caught you red-handed with this money. Now, you know the rules. You're on a charge.
Forget it. I'll just take this to the governor. You won't get out of this one, Ferguson. I heard Officer Ferguson say she had a business arrangement with Warren and expected a cut.
It was then that I saw Officer Murphy with the prisoner Warren.
Now, just a minute.
Warren was handing money over to Officer Murphy. He then said, "In future, make sure it's on time."
You bloody liar.
Mr. Murphy.
I was concerned with getting the evidence from Officer Murphy. Officer Murphy became quite physical, Governor. He pushed me against the wall and said that if I didn't forget what I'd seen, he'd hand the money over to you and I would get the blame for it.
It's a pack of lies to save her own skin.
Don't try belittling me in front of other people, Murphy.
You haven't seen anything yet. Don't you try and bluff me. I've dealt with your sort before.
You might like to think so.
There's one thing I can't stand, it's a crooked officer. And I won't have one in my prison.
You're forgetting something, Murphy. This isn't your prison. Wentworth is mine, and it's gonna stay that way.
I reckon they got their suspicions about you. They're not stupid.
Then it won't take them long to realise what an A-grade bastard they've given the job to.
Well, Joan, cool down. If you go on duty like that, you'll make a few mistakes. And the department doesn't like people who make mistakes. What's wrong with Mason?
You should know, Mr. Murphy. You did a damn good job on her.
Don't you bitch! Bitch! You won't get away with this! You wait till this blows over. My God, I'll nail you, Ferguson!
You won't get a chance, Murphy, because this won't blow over.
That bitch Ferguson's trying to frame me.
Oh, why would you want to do that?
Wants me out of the way, wants me out of Wentworth so she can get my job.
Leonard Edwin Murphy, I arrest you for the rape of Sandra Mason and the assault of Myra Desmond.
What do you want? I don't want any trouble, okay, Murphy?
Keep it down! Quiet!
I've got what I want, Murphy. You behind bars. Knowledge that you're going to be there for a long, long time.
Keep your mouth shut, Ferguson, or I'll have it shut for you.
I don't think so. You see, I've told the police everything. I just wanted you to hear it firsthand.
I'll take you with me, so help me.
No, you won't. I'm a survivor, Murphy. Besides, you're going to have your work cut out worrying how to survive in a prison full of men who hate your guts.
You all right?
Yeah, no damage done. Can't think what got into him.
Get her out of here.
Knock it off, Murphy. I think you better go.
Yes. Yes, I've done all I can for him, I suppose.
Get up, you bitch! Get up! Keep your distance or I'll break her neck!
For God's sake, leave it. We can't risk bad. Shut up.
Right, now in case you lot have any other fancy ideas,
Just remember that your little friend will be dead before you lay a finger on me. You must think you're so smart to set this up. Now, just stay right where you are, and that goes for you too. Because killing you means nothing to me. In fact, one less of you bastards would suit me fine. Right, now you. Here, unlock the gate. Come on, or I start pulling. Right? Open the gate and your little friend lives. Right? Fields, where's Smith?
I don't know.
Answer me, where the hell is Smith?
I don't know, Miss Ferguson, honestly. Perhaps she's at breakfast. I was just going myself.
Well, go! Bitch!